Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 famous logos with a hidden meaning. Look around your room. You'll likely see many different logos of popular brands. We see these logos all over the place without thinking about them too much. But many of these logos have secret and hidden meanings behind them that you've never noticed before. Prepare to never see your favorite brands and logos the same again. But first, leave a like and subscribe, and comment "I subscribed" and I'll try and reply. Coming in at number 10, we have Coca-Cola. It's the world's most popular drink and has one of the most recognizable brand logos, thanks to the company pumping millions of dollars into their advertising every year. While this branding is successful, it doesn't seem to make people look very closely at the logo. That is because most people don't know about the secret message inside the Coca-Cola logo. In the space between the letters O and L, you can clearly see the Danish flag. Originally, this wasn't supposed to be significant in the logo, but now that Coke is an international brand, they use it a lot. In fact, if you go to Denmark, you'll see the flag in their logo pointed out all the time. Was this a happy accident or Coke's master plan the whole time? Next up is McDonald's. Burgers, fries, and a drink are all things we'd associate with McDonald's. And when we used to drive past those yellow arches as kids, we probably got very excited. Well, once you find out what those golden arches really mean, you'll be thinking that kids liking them is a little inappropriate. That is because the arches of the M in McDonald's do not just represent the M for McDonald's. In the 1960s, McDonald's wanted to change their logo, so they contacted Louis Cheeskin, a designer and psychologist. He insisted they keep the golden arches, as he said it subconsciously made customers think of breasts. I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever consciously noticed this, but you likely have all seen this subconsciously. That is because a test found that 80% of people do visualize breasts when they see the yellow arches. Cover your eyes, kids! Next up is Hyundai. It's one of the most popular car companies, and we all likely own or know somebody who owns a Hyundai car. At a glance, their logo just looks like an H bent sideways, and I'm sure we all assumed the H symbolizes Hyundai, but it actually originates from a South Korean business deal. The two vertical lines, with the horizontal line in between, are actually meant to look like a client and a worker shaking hands. Of course, Hyundai has closed many business deals in its time, so it seems like this logo really mirrors the company. Also, handshakes are a symbol of business everywhere, showing that Hyundai is a multinational company. This logo really proves the world is not always as it seems. Next up is Pinterest. If you're a mom or just like weird craft tutorials, you've likely been on Pinterest before. It's one of the biggest social media sites to come about in the last few years. At first, the logo may seem simple, as it's just the word Pinterest. But have you ever looked closely at the P in the logo? If you do, you'll clearly see a pin shape making up the vertical line in the P for Pinterest. This is because the point of Pinterest is for people to create their own virtual pinboard. This made Pinterest want to have a pin in their logo, which only avid users or very eagle-eyed people would see. I'm sure now that I've told you this, you can't miss it. So next time you're trying out a ridiculous Pinterest life hack, try and spot the pin in the Pinterest logo. Next up is Adidas. Adidas is one of the world's biggest sportswear brands. They're famous for their logo, which has 3 stripes. So much so, their slogan is based around their stripes. Their slogan, of course, being the brand with 3 stripes. Of course, the logo has been through many different forms, but the stripes are now positioned as building up like this. But what's the point of the stripes being in this shape and formation? Well, as they're building up, the stripes are supposed to represent a mountain. This is because Adidas says that playing sports is like climbing a mountain, as it's a challenge with a big payoff, and only Adidas can help you reach the top of that mountain. Nike might have something to say about that, but it's still a good message, I guess. Next up is Beats. We all know Beats headphones. They have excellent branding and their logo is everywhere. They're endorsed and used to be owned by Dr. Dre before he sold them to Apple for $2.5 billion. Their logo is a white bee on a red background. B obviously stands for Beats. So what's the hidden message in this very simple logo? Well, the lowercase b is actually meant to look like someone wearing headphones from the side, with the circle making the head and the line in the B making the headphones. It looks like they really wanted their logo to symbolize their product. I still don't know if it's worth the $200 you have to pay for their headphones, but it is a cool secret message. Next up we have Toyota. Toyota is known as being one of the biggest and best Japanese car manufacturers in the world. Their logo may just look like a T, but this is not the case. Some think their logo is somebody wearing a cowboy hat, but this is also false. The logo actually represents a stylized image of the eye of a needle with a thread passing through it. This is because before cars, Toyota used to make weaving machines. Another hidden secret in their logo is that it actually spells out the letters of Toyota if you use certain parts of the logo, as you can see here. Wow, great cars and 2 hidden meanings in their logo. Nice one, Toyota. Coming up next, we have Baskin Robbins. Ice cream. Who doesn't love it? And where better to get it than at Baskin Robbins, who are famous for their 31 flavors of ice cream. Baskin Robbins have a pretty simple logo, it's just a B and an R, right? Well, check again. Hidden inside the B and R are numbers 1 and 3, making up 31. This is of course a nod to their 31 flavors of ice cream available. Has anyone actually done the challenge to eat them all? It sounds like a lot, but after talking about ice cream for so long, I'm pretty sure I could do it. Next up is Amazon. If you've ever bought anything online, you likely used Amazon. They used to only sell books, but now they literally sell anything you could think of, from an anime mouse mat to unicorn meat. In their logo, there's an arrow. You may assume this has something to do with delivery, but no. Look closely and you'll see it's actually pointing from A to Z. That is because they sell and stock everything from A to Z. This is an example of Amazon sneaking their company aim into their logo, that being to sell everything. It may be a cool hidden message, but they don't ship everything. I tried to buy some pirated DVDs yesterday and they sent the police instead of UPS. Amazon, you owe me Big Mama's house too. Next up is FedEx. Talking of delivery companies, FedEx is one of the biggest players in the game. They're known for their speedy and direct delivery, and this can be seen in their logo, just not at a glance. Look very carefully and you can see the arrow shape in between the E and X. This makes sense as FedEx uses planes, cars and ships to move everything around the world. So this hidden message really does make a lot of sense. And that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you can vote for the most surprising logo. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.